Bristol's mercantile roots overlap those of other cities in England with an innovative and modern culture driven by technology-based industries, a large student population, and a lively arts and music scene. As well as its vibrant nightlife, the city's attractions range from medieval churches to cutting-edge attractions that highlight its maritime and scientific achievements. The River Avon is part of a system of waterways that made Bristol a great inland port in the years of the transatlantic trading route. Tobacco and slaves. In the 19th century, the illustrious Isambard Kingdom Brunel laid the foundations for a tradition of engineering, creating two of Bristol's greatest monuments, the steamship Great Britain and the majestic Clifton Rope Bridge. Founded as an abbey around 1140, the venerable Bristol Cathedral was converted to a church in the mid-16th century. The two towers of the west front were erected in the 19th century in a faithful act of homage to Edmund Noel, architect and abbot of the early 14th century. Arnolfini is Bristol's international center for contemporary arts, located on the harbour at the heart of the city. Woven into the fabric of Bristol since 1961, Arnolfini is an international center for interdisciplinary contemporary arts, presenting an ambitious and diverse program of visual arts, performance, dance, film, and music. Situated in the small park on Brandon Hill, this ornate 32 meters red brick tower was built between 1896 and 1898 to commemorate John Cabot's pioneering voyage in search of Canada. Climbing the steep spiral staircase opens up unparalleled views of Bristol. An integral part of Bristol's cultural profile is the street artist known as Banksy. Banksy has managed, more or less, to maintain his anonymity, with exhibitions drawing crowds all over the world. However, it was in Bristol, a city known since the 1980s for its graffiti art, that he first made his mark, leaving his stenciled blots and freehand murals on walls throughout the city centre. Bristol is an excellent city for true food lovers, as well known for creative street food as it is for its excellent gourmet scene. Bristol takes fierce pride in its independent restaurants, bars, and cafes, and is home to a huge variety of award-winning ones. Perhaps you've heard of Pie Minister. The quirky creations from this local bakery are loved and devoured everywhere. Everyone, even the Queen, tried them. Bristol residents are very proud of the city's independent spirit, and one way to get a real sense of it is to head to one of Bristol's markets. Every day of the week, local traders, food and drink producers, and local arts and crafts specialists display their wares. They will always be ready to tell you about the stories behind their items and where they come from. Enjoy one of Bristol's most famous sporting activities. Whether you choose a ride for two or book to fly during the International Hot Air Balloon Festival, you can always get the best views of Bristol as you glide silently and gently over the city. Just a few minutes' walk from Clifton Village is Bristol's most famous symbol, the Clifton Rope Bridge. A Bristol wine merchant first put forward money for a bridge to span the Avon Gorge in 1754. But it was not until 1829 that a competition for a design was held, which was won by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Housed in a spectacular building in the heart of the city, the Royal West Academy is the UK's only Royal Academy of Art housed in its own original gallery. The building is currently undergoing a £4 million plus transformation. Through its extensive program of exhibitions, events, workshops, talks, and conferences, the Royal West Academy is committed to providing great art for all and promoting the understanding and enjoyment of art for the widest possible audience. The Great Britain was the world's first propeller-driven ocean-going iron ship, built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel in 1843. She initially sailed between Liverpool and New York, then went on to circumnavigate the globe 32 times and cover over 1,000,000 miles at sea. Her seagoing days ended in 1886 when she was caught in a storm off Cape Horn, but she eventually recovered and returned to Bristol in 1970. The Upfest Gallery, located on North Street, is Bristol's oldest street art gallery, with the largest range of spray paint colors and Posca paint pens in Bristol, with regular exhibitions from some of Bristol's best graffiti and street artists. The UK and internationally, the gallery offers the widest selection of urban art, illustration and contemporary art in Bristol. Highlights at the city's award-winning zoo include a family of western lowland gorillas and the seal and penguin coast, where African penguins, eider ducks and South American fur seals rest. There's also a reptile and insect area, a butterfly forest, a lion enclosure, a monkey jungle and the Soropia Treetop Adventure Park. Bristol is famous for its cider, so you'll easily find places in the city that offer a huge variety of different types of cider. But if you're a beer fan, you won't be disappointed either. Bristol's craft beer scene is booming, and so is the award-winning beer it produces. One thing is for sure, you're going to be absolutely spoiled by pubs in Bristol. From traditional, country pubs to pubs with plenty of live music, to pubs with cinemas and live sport, Bristol will keep you entertained every night of the week. Disused docks are being converted into entertainment venues, heritage attractions spark the imagination, and a world-class street art scene adds color and flavor to one of England's largest cities. All over Bristol you'll find restaurants serving local, ethical and creatively prepared food. You can enjoy everything from romantic French-themed dinners to fabulously cheap gourmet cakes, a wealth of trendy cafes, canteens and bars. And what about Bristol's festivals? They're world famous. There's almost a festival for everything in this city. From hot air balloons to beer, this city has festival fever all year round.